Okay, students, today we're going to learn about something that's very important about being an adult. We're going to learn how to manage our money. To be able to manage your money, you have to be able to put money into a bank. You have to be able to know how to spend money by writing a check, using a debit card, things like that. And most importantly, you have to be able to keep track of your money to make sure you don't spend more money than you have. Okay, so we're going to pretend that you got a check. We're going to fill out this form together. And we're going to, this is the form you first have to fill out when you go to a bank. You notice right here it says deposit ticket. This is what you have to do to deposit your money. Whenever you see the word deposit, I want you to think of to put in. So to put money into your checking account, you are depositing. It's kind of like every week you are depositing your paycheck once. So this is the exact type of form that you fill out. So the first thing you do is just go ahead and write your name where it says name. And then down where it says date, go ahead and write the date. 9/19/2013. Okay, now we have to figure out where do we write down the money that we want to deposit. Right here it says the line list checks singly. So your grandma gave you a check for $10. So that's where we're going to write it because she said a check. So we're going to write 10. Okay, and notice also that there's a decimal point right there. That's why I wrote 10.00. Now our grandma only gave us one check, so we're only going to use one of these lines. So we're going to ignore these other two lines. So that means our subtotal is also going to be $10. So we can go ahead and write $10 right there. Okay, now we have two more lines. This is where it gets a little confusing. We're going to make it simple for this first time because we're going to leave this line right here blank as it says less cash received. What that means is if you want cash back. If you wanted some of that $10 back in cash, but we're just going to pretend that we're going to put all $10 in the bank account. So then also our net deposit would be $10. Okay, and then you see the line here that says signature. Hopefully you didn't sign it yet because you were not supposed to sign it because it says signature required if you want cash back. You only sign here if you are not depositing all the money. We're going to work on those examples later because they're a little bit more difficult. But this is it. This is it. That's all it takes to deposit money in your account. And then you just give the bank this form along with your check from your grandma. And then all of a sudden, you're ready to spend your money. So that's where you go down to the check. So this go down to the check. The one confusing thing though. Actually, I want you to look down here where it says record all charges or credits. This is where we keep track of how much money we have in our account. Because like I said, the most important thing about being a responsible adult is making sure you don't spend more money than you have, otherwise you can get in big trouble for that. So we're going to go ahead, and this is where we're going to keep track of how much money we have. It's easy right away because you only have $10, but we're going to still go ahead and practice. So transaction description, we are depositing. So all we have to do is write deposit. Okay. And then right here where it says payment, we are making, we're going to ignore that because like it says there, it says a subtract symbol. We are not buying anything. We are depositing money. So we need to write deposit $10 in our balance, which means how much money we have in our account. We started with $0, now we have $10, and that's it. That's all you have to do because now we have $10, so now we know we can't spend more than $10. Okay. So now we're ready to write our check. So we're going to go ahead and write our name under name. Always start easy. And then we're going to write date where it says date. So it looks like we know what we're doing. 9/19/2013. Now we're going to go to the next line. It gets a little bit harder the further down you go. Paid to the order right here. Not too complicated to know. That just means where are you buying it? So we're going to pretend we're going to the store that we're going to next week, Kegs. So we're going to write Kegs Chocolate Factory. That's all the space I got because I write big, so I'm just going to write Kegs Chocolate. Okay, now we go to the next line. It says blank dollars. Okay, so that's where we're going to write out the amount of money that we buy. So let's say we go there, we have $10 spent, we know we can't spend more than $10 because that's our balance. We see a giant chocolate dinosaur, but that's $13. We can't afford that. So we're going to buy something else. We see they have some almonds, chocolate almonds for $6.25. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and write right here $6, just like this. And then whenever you do not spell out the cents, and whenever you say decimal point, like $6 and the end, that's the decimal point. So you have to write the word end, and then you don't write out 25. You write 25 line over 100, and then you just draw a line going straight across. And in this box, you write 625. Okay, now moving down even more to the bottom line. That's where we need to sign our name. So just sign it in a similar way that you always sign it. Okay, and then the last line right here where it says memo, that's where we write down what we bought. So this go ahead and write down, what do we get? Almonds. So this just write down some almonds. Okay, so now we're done writing our check. What do we need to do after this? That is correct. We need to record our spending so we know how much money we have left. So when we go buy something else, we don't spend more money than we have in our account. So under transaction, we're just going to write the name of the place that we bought it at. So we're going to write down Kegs. And then we're not doing a deposit this time. We're making a payment. We are spending money. And how much do we spend again? Yes, that is correct. $6.25. And are we putting money into our account? No, of course not. We are taking money out. So we are subtracting. We spent money. So we're going to take $10, subtract $6.25. We got any math whizzes in here? We got, this becomes a 9, 10, 5, 7, 375. Math is very important to be able to manage your money. And there's our new balance. We're going to go ahead and circle that number so we know. Then when you open up your checkbook, just like your parents do, and you go to the next place, you know you can't spend more than $3.75 the next store that you go to be a consumer in. So now we're going to practice in our own. Hopefully that makes sense, and it's going to get harder and harder and harder.